Doo-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's who we love and that's who we serve. Today is March 22nd, 2023. We've just hit spring. It's the second day of spring, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Intervision FM universe. Looks like we're going to talk about Spotify today. If you're a musician or a recording artist, you're not going to want to miss today's podcast. We're going to talk about how you can get your music on Spotify and promote it here on IntervisionFM.com with Johnny J. I'm Alan D.
How dare you?
Is it running now? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Well, okay. Thank you very much.
How dare you?
Okay.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh man. And Greta, she's never in a good mood. I mean, we gotta, do something. Maybe she's not eating that much. I heard sometimes if you're trying to, uh, keep yourself slim by starving yourself, you become in a bad mood and you're always cranky. And it's almost like I just heard this lady, her name is Chef AJ. She said, you can fill your plate, but if you fill your plate with the right things, you can eat as much as you want and feel full. Not, don't overeat, but feel full. But eating the right foods will keep you slim. And I did that. I tried that yesterday. I had this pumpkin pie and I had these greens and beets. And it pushed me up to like 1 pound. But usually if I do just the sweet potato pie, potato salad, hamburger, something like that, I could gain up to like 3 pounds. So understandable.
I
So
understand.
Hey,
We're going to talk a little bit about Spotify today. Welcome to our South African guest, Latabo. How you doing today? It's evening where you're at.
or afternoon.
Or
Yeah, what
at-
time is it? What time is it there?
Actually, it's five. It's 2 minutes after 5. Actually.
Oh,
And,
afternoon.
Evening.
Yep. So I'm good. Well,
Yes.
because yesterday I thought that you guys were going to be on air, and all of a sudden I was just checking and checking and checking. I was like, oh, these
Oh,
guys are not.
Yeah, I had an emergency meeting. I had like so many meetings yesterday that it just I had to cover some stuff. Business. It was like a lot of business stuff. And we could talk a little bit about that. About like I think. Okay, I'll explain this. Put it in this way. Okay, in Denver, Colorado, we have a homeless problem.
Okay.
But 20 years ago, we didn't.
Mhm.
When this guy, our mayor, got elected, it was at $8 million to
Wow.
support the homeless.
Um,
Now it is, 25 million.
So
Right.
what you're saying is there's money in supporting the homeless population, not
Right.
money in getting rid of the problem or addressing the issue or making the homeless to where they're no longer homeless and have good jobs.
Mhm.
But there's actually money in the industry of keeping folks Well, it almost sounds like there's a money in the industry keeping folks homeless.
Yeah. Now, so in America, in the blind community, it's about 70% or more blind people unemployed.
Right.
Okay. And there's an agency that's supposed to help us get jobs.
Right.
But it seems like their job is to keep getting paid and stretch out how long, if at all, blind people get jobs.
Okay, I just want to ask something here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any incentives when it comes to people who are blind or visually impaired when it comes to American population, if I can say it that way?
Is there any
Incentives?
incentives?
Yeah, incentives. Like, let's say, for example, learnerships. Maybe there's a certain company that offers a learnership to blind and visually impaired people. Like, let's say, for example, if it is more like you guys, the way you're doing it, like, for example, you have, like, say, for example, you have a school, and then you offer, like, say, for example, maybe music courses, radio courses, also maybe, for example, um, also um, you teach people how to do a podcast, something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do. I'm starting up right now, but before I started this, I was in well, not before I started this podcast, but before I started the classes, really,
Okay.
I was in a meeting 2 years ago with this organization that wanted to come to Denver, Colorado, and they wanted to set up high-paying jobs for blind people. They had did it in I guess in Washington and other states, and they wanted to come to Colorado.
Right.
But the Colorado DVR that works for blind people, they said, no, you cannot come in here and create high-paying jobs for blind people. Now you would think that they would be on the same team, same goal. They want to cut into that 70% of unemployment for the blind, but their reasoning was, we are already sabotaging our blind people. We don't need to make them successful, because if they become successful, then they won't no longer need us, and then we're out of a job.
Well,
You know,
I do understand that, because why I was asking that question, because sometimes you would find that like in many communities, especially when it comes to the blind community, we don't get opportunities like that, especially if someone wants to do like radio broadcasting or podcasting, for example. And then you would find that there are companies, they are there, but for example, like mainstream companies, let's say, for example, like radio stations, like commercial radio stations, sometimes when it comes to like blind people, they don't take them seriously, because, say, for example, last year I went to our local community radio station, right? Last year, because they had a, what do you call this, an audition, right? So I went there last year. That was back in April. I went there, and then around 2 to 3 p.m. it's when I started to get into their studio, and then to do the what do you call it, audition. Then they told me like, okay, we will call you after 7 days. I'm like, what the hell? 7 days. I came with my resume and everything, and then the HR people are not there. I asked the person, I was like, is the HR people there? They said no, they're not there. But I told myself, like, how can they say they will call you and then without the HR people? Because I have my documents, I have my resume, I have my doctor's report, I have everything. I have everything that was required on their
And
post.
you were standing in a long line of other people, right?
Yeah, I was standing in a long line, and even like staying in that line for 4 5 hours, 6 hours sometimes. Actually, I could say 6 hours, yeah, because that time actually that day it was raining even.
Wow.
Yeah, it was raining like yo. I can't even express it because that time it was my first time even going there because obviously that's my other thing that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do radio. I want to be on radio, but
Mhm.
being in a commercialized community radio station was something else because it's a whole different environment because you wouldn't even understand how they work and how the style of broadcasting is,
Yeah.
because
I got
that's
an answer
how.
for you. That's part of our
Yeah,
show today. I got an
yeah.
answer for you. I got an answer for you.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Alan, let's give props to our sponsors.
Well, let's talk about Christian Brothers Moving Company based in the state of Colorado, right here in Englewood. We also have them in Phoenix, Arizona, and they're also in the great state of Texas. We want to lift up Eeny Meeny Grant as well as Denver Art and Venues, Colorado Art Relief Fund. These folks are instrumental in helping to help us to promote grassroots musicians, whether they're physically disabled, financially challenged, or both. But here at intervisionfm.com, that is the main thrust of what we want to try to do is help grassroots musicians get the recognition they so richly deserve, especially in this day and age with the advent of independent recording artists and musicians. Hey, speaking of musicians and recording artists, state of the end, because you can be in a grown floor opportunity to be an instrumental and integral part of a independent film. So we'll talk a little bit about that later.
Okay. Yes. So it almost leads me into jumping into our the last topic, which I want to get the, and let's see, and I'm glad that you brought this up because so the question is, how much can podcasters earn, and how do they do this? Okay, so we know that if you because you might be able to bypass this commercial station if you have like a podcast set up yourself, like either through Apple or through iTunes or something like that, or through something called Spreaker, which they make it very easy to just put your stuff out there. Also, which is a good thing, like when you partner with other people that have podcasts and you say, hey, we have the same philosophy, let's help push each other's shows out there.
True.
That's another one. And say if you have like 5, 10, 11, like people that they always come, because it seems like we have between 11 and 17 people that they always show up, depending on what the topic is, they show up. Okay, they say like taking that list and really nurturing those people and then encouraging them to go out and share to others. Now, and so from there, I think they said that you could make between the high number being $300 a download for your shows to $5. This depends on how many people are downloading your shows. And then they said the most successful way to do this is if you not only just have one part of bringing in revenue, you have several parts. Like you might do like a affiliate, like you might put that in your thing. Like say, if you click my button and you go here and you you purchase something, then I, as a podcaster, will get a percentage of that. And there's a way you can find out like the high end affiliates, would you get 40% or you get 10% or 15%, but you always want to get the highest percentage you can. Like maybe they get 60, you get 40, or maybe you get they get 40, you get 60%, because it's all about putting their product in front of your audience and then them clicking on it, and they're willing to pay for that.
So what you're looking at is business to business relationships. So those are created so that business to consumer relationships can also then be fostered. So the business to business aspect of it all, dealing with affiliate marketers, this kind of stuff, where you've got people of like mind, same like philosophy, this kind of thing. It really does help to promote the same ideas or the same market or the same, it basically just helps tie things up.
Yeah. Now let me now what I hear, and this is my qualm with sometimes Americans, they want to help people, but this is one company, they said, we're going to deliver 1,000 shoes to Africa this school. But what if there's a business in Africa that there's a local person who's making shoes, to make money to feed this family, but then Americans come out of left field and say, oh, you don't have to buy shoes from this local person. We'll just give you the shoes.
Right.
Well, it's a nice concept. Well, what about that small business person who needs to feed his family? And he can't afford to just give away shoes like these American nonprofits. Nice thought. But instead, I would say, come in, and I said, not only will we donate 1,000 shoes, but we'll give you the equivalent money, small business owner, so you can feed your family, of these shoes. And we'll put these shoes in front of your place, so when people can come in and get those shoes, right? So whatever the product is that you're that this is what I was leading to. So okay, you went to this non-commercial radio station, and one of the things that they need underwriters for their shows. Well, I would say, okay, so you want hire me. So I would go to like different businesses and say, hey, I'm doing a podcast. I would put your logo and stuff like up there if you sponsor my show, and say like how much could you afford? Meet them at their point, and then they say if you donate every month, you can. I'll put your logo up there, and I'll be free to. I can advertise your business using a little bit of the money that you sponsor me with. That's another way. Then another way is subscriptions. So you might say, well, okay, here's the main show right here, and I here's a lot of podcasts. But if you want to get the rest, if you want to get like a behind the scenes look or something like that, if you subscribe to our show, we'll give you perks like maybe we'll put your name in a pot and we'll give a free T-shirt to one of our subscriptions.
Anything from, I was just saying, there's lots of ways to promote this. Anything from exclusive before the public actually gets to see it. So exclusive content. In our case, because we like to promote grassroots musicians, let's just say if subscription was on the table, if you subscribe to our service, then you'll get exclusive content and never before seen footage of recording artists, grassroots musicians, before it's available to the general public, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also, I know some of people, they can also, I can say that, okay, let's make an example of a podcasts that I usually watch. Like they also have this what you call, I think, I don't know if you know of something like a membership kind of thing on YouTube,
Yeah.
like where you join a subscription and then there's certain videos that you as a member of that channel, then you watch it before the general public watches it, because
Right.
I remember there was this other what you call, a video that actually it's a podcast, yeah, if I remember correctly, because they have I can remember, they like they did in an interview with, I don't know if you guys know Black Coffee. They did an interview with him,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was an exclusive interview with him, and then it was some sort of like, I can say that it was more of an interview for members who are members of that channel, like
Hmm.
literally, because for me, I'm not a member of that channel, but I just thought, okay, maybe they might release it sometime, but eventually it was released, because because sometimes, like, for like to join the membership of that channel, it costs quite a lot. Because imagine, like, to do that, I think to chill, I
They
think
have to
yeah.
make it affordable because I know this one Wayne Dupree, he charged from $5, $5 membership, $10
Yeah,
membership, then
yeah.
15 and they had to make it affordable to the
Mm.
people. And then and then at the $5, you may not get as much as you get as a $10 or $15, but
Yeah.
you're in there, So
Mm.
yeah, you got to make it affordable to people to
Yeah,
do a
but
monthly.
the prices though, if I remember correctly, like it was, because it
You
started
know, you
around
have a very
20,
valid point there,
right,
Latin.
if I remember correctly. So it ended up, I think, almost. I think the last. I think the last one. I think it's from 10 rand, I think, to 100 rand, if I remember.
Hmm.
Wow.
Like, yeah, for
Now,
the membership, actually, if I remember correctly.
are they located in Europe or are they one of
No,
those
it's in South Africa, not in
South
Europe.
Africa? Okay,
Yeah.
and we gotta explain like the money. Okay, when you say like you said a thousand, was you say €1,000? So
It's not
So
a
like
euro.
1,000 euro.
If I remember.
let me ask my commit. What is €1,000 in American money? Okay, let me ask my
Okay.
Google. What is €1,000 in American currency? Okay. Okay, let's see what it says there. Let's see.
While you're finding
One
that,
thousand
that's
$78.70. Wait a minute, that
What?
can't be right. That can't be right.
Wait, it's $78.
No, well, no, 1,078.
Oh, maybe I didn't get it right.
That can't be right.
Uh,
well,
I
anyway,
wish I was kind of right now. I don't
as
know if
banking, digital currency, everything like this is really going to throw a wrench in what we've got going. But we did get on this fiat capitalistic train long ago when we started taking our countries off the gold standard back in 1971.
Yeah.
So we definitely get what we get. We're right at the end of the designed rate and time that the economy was supposed to really last anyway. And so with Spotify and with all these other platforms, and with us changing from a fiat banking currency over to a centralized banking digital currency, wow, it's going to be, I mean, folks, we are in on the ground floor opportunity to make a lot of people happy. Of course, we're going to make a lot of money in the process, but I mean, if it's done correctly, we can unite the world, and not in a
Mm.
bad way, and not with this whole money, money, money thing, but more along the lines of uniting people around music, around common ideas, around the things that really truly do matter. The stuff that made the world go around in the 60s and 70s, and continues to fire our millennial populace all over the world today. The
Mm.
Green New Deals, the not the bad aspects of it, but the good aspects. We can all get along as a race. We don't have to be divided. We can be united.
Mm.
And so this can get done. You folks can help. info@intervisionfm.com is the way that you can get in touch with us via email. That's also a way that the newsletter um, can be taken advantage of. You'll get added to the newsletter for upcoming topics for future podcasts. Hey, and if you've got any ideas for future podcasts, let us know, and
Oh, yeah.
we'll put that in the pike.
Yeah. And we also have a merch link in our description as well. So go to our merch link and get a Intervision coffee mug or hoodie or T-shirt. Something like that.
Hey, not only that, if you're a sponsor and you want to help sponsor us, info@intervisionfm is the way that you can get in touch with us. PayPal.me/Intervision Denver is the best way to help to throw us a little donation if you can help. That would be wonderful. I was thinking about this earlier. This service here is $5, and this subscription here is $10, and this subscription here is $21, and this subscription here for this service is $30, and this one over here is $99. Pretty soon, wow! I mean, everything adds up. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm
That
wondering,
is-
folks,
that-
leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about what's going to happen in the future? Because I just listed 5 or 6 basic subscriptions that I might pay, and those are reasonable. But when everything becomes subscription based, wow, how is that going to affect our economy?
Yeah.
Especially these banking collapses, the lack of employment within all demographics of society. And what do you guys think? How's the best way to just unite and come together and help each other out as a race?
I think like FM and AM radio, people are gonna start going back there because you just turn on your radio, and then is there. The people behind the scenes are working to bring the sponsors to you, so the audience don't have to pay subscriptions. So that's but I heard that AM radio, because the electric cars signal interferes with AM signal.
Yeah.
They're thinking like taking out all AM radios out of the car, which that will be a shame.
It will. That will indeed be a shame. So
yeah. So
terrestrial radio is changing. We've got the internet radio being up and coming.
Yes. And one of our topics was like how to get more streams on Spotify, and you'll see it in the show description. I said out today when we were announcing that we're going to be broadcasting. So you'll see that for Spotify. If you go to Spotify artists, they have things that they're putting out, and it's pretty much what we were talking to with our brother here about how to get paid for your podcast, and you can go past that community radio station, which it's great that they have positions where they can have you on the air, but if they're going to discriminate like that, then maybe it's better to go past them and then go after the same kind of revenue they're going after just by going to business, say, hey, I got a podcast here, I could use your support, and it's a numbers game, and some people will say yes, and some people will say
No.
no. So, but it's a numbers game. And I didn't get the
True.
sponsors, Christian Brothers and Dr. Richard Dumb. I didn't get those by the first time out. It took me a lot of phone calls, a lot of meeting people.
For emailing as well.
Yeah, before I got to that one, those 2-3 people, and they've been solid. Every year I can always depend on them, to help sponsor ourselves. And now I'm getting that way with different grants that I'm putting out there because I'm looking at what other nonprofits do and I see what they're doing. And so I guess eventually I will do like maybe subscription or something like that. But I want to pretty much keep it like wide open so everybody has access to it, and then go on the back end and bring in money that way so I can pay like people like Alan and just other people to do things that are not user friendly for blind people to do.
Mhm.
And it will take time for me doing it, so I don't have to say I have to do this. I can say, okay, I have a person that does this, a person that
Right.
does this, and a person that does this, and so that frees up time for me to think of more of these show ideas.
That's absolutely
So,
right.
Well-
Speaking of ideas, 1991 was a really big year for you. You made a movie called Even Me, and you kind of put yourself in the annals of history, as it were, as the first blind film producer in Colorado. And so when you created this movie, Even Me, it's about a couple of blind guys that wanted to start a rock and roll band
Mhm.
or some sort of band. And so it kind of chronicles their adventures as they get this put together. I guess you're going to redo this movie. So we're looking
Yes.
for on air, in front of the camera and behind the camera talent. We're looking for folks that can help with every aspect of the filmmaking process. Everything from script writing to if you're an actor, actress, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We can help. Info at intervisionfm.com.
Yeah, and we're probably going to change the premise a little bit,
Yeah.
and just make it updated a little bit, and but the outcome is going to be pretty much the same, but we're just going to change a few things within there to bring it into the 2000s, something like that. Yeah, and plus we need people to also financially support it as well. So you can go to paypal.me/InnovisionDenver. That's paypal.me/InnovisionDenver, or go to our website, innovisionrecords.org. That's innovisionrecords.org. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and you'll get a receipt for your donations for next year for your taxes. And it's just something really cool, right? So hey, yeah, we appreciate that. Hey, we're gonna close out the show for today, and we want everybody to go out and enjoy the week. It's like we're entering into the spring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. First time.
Before. Oh, sorry
Yeah.
to disturb.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask, because like, I don't know if you guys you need any new presenters on your radio show or on your radio actually. For that time.
Yes. So, yes. Okay. Do I have your email? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think you do, because you send me you do send me like newsletters on my email.
Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is because I have the other guy, he calls me on Facebook.
Okay.
He calls me through there, and that might be a good thing to do too. So we can talk about that, because I do have some ideas for you.
Okay.
And so I can help. I'm helping Alan. I want to help you, and then we can build up this network, and maybe it could be more than 3 days a week.
Okay.
That's
So yeah, I got some ideas.
Yeah, because Because okay, like just to before we recap about the show today. Because I'm a hip hop DJ, so like I mostly I deal with hip hop songs. That's all.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I definitely got an idea for you. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So yeah, let's talk more about this. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk about this as well, shoot us an email info@innovationfm.com, info@innovationfm.com, and we'll get you plugged in as well, either on our radio station or doing a podcast like this.
No problem. I will. Yeah, I'll send you I'll send you an email just now after this
Okay,
and
all
my
right.
PC.
We definitely
Yeah.
want to shout out, give all the glory to God because He's the only one that makes this stuff possible, folks. So if you haven't gotten saved, today's a good day to do that. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 is the blueprint for getting that done. And that's just my opinion on that.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. All right. We'll see you guys next week. And hey, enjoy the week and the weekend, and spend time with the family and good friends.
That's right. God bless.
All right, God bless.
God bless.
All right. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, okay.